Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacaster. I'm your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master propaganda heroes like defender of the fatherland. Off here to a glorious 1v1 on Nexus. In the west, it is McBain, fighting for the British Army, the Commonwealth here, the Guards Armoured Division with advanced emplacements, Vanguard and Royal Artillery, double infantry and a Churchill. But in the east, it is Acehiro, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Here fighting with the 21st Panzer Division with Storm Doctrine, featuring ambush training, smoke bombs, Jäger Command Squads, the Leichtfäller Wits and Artillery, and the Stuka Bombing Strike with anti-tank and infantry and Panzerfaust bulletins. And a very big thanks to Iron Fist for donating and supporting the Propagandacast with hard-earned money. So big thanks to them, and of course to all my paid supporters who support the Propagandacast on a monthly basis. Other people can join these illustrious people in their heroic visage by pledging on Patreon or joining themselves. Links in the description where you can support the Propagandacast, or you can just help by commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing. Not as glorious, not as exciting, but it does help me out a bunch by fighting the evil YouTube algorithms. So, MG4 setting out of face here, heading southwards, Grenadiers backing up here. 3 sections so far from McBain. The British MG4 setting up here. They managed to narrowly get the fuel point rate secure there. It was a bit of the trick with the Wehrmacht. The British is about, like, trying to figure out where they're not rushing and then rush at that point instead, because they can typically just get ahead of you and dig in, as we see. So already here, he's going to have to do a bit more heavy leg work to then push him off the southern fuel point, while then McBain can just secure elsewhere. We could have counterattacked, but there you go. My God, what is these Englishmen doing, Jürgen? I don't know. My God. Truly Gott mit uns, because Gott, verdammt, if that is the right thing to do. Machine heading southwards there, sandbags up there, grazing northwards, Universal Care for McBain, second Grenadier squad out there for Acehiro. Ground the point in there, goes sectioning northwards here for the British Empire. Troop reinforcing there. Pawns are being seized. Sandbags down there, almost got this on the victory point. So far, otherwise, fairly standard quad here between Acehiro and McBain. The 21st Panzer Division normally was a fairly interesting division, in part because it was like, reconstituted from the remnants from the 21st Panzer Division after it got destroyed in North Africa. But crucially, it didn't actually have a lot of the equipment it needed, so it had to make do with a lot of experience. For example, a lot of its units were trained on French tanks, for example, and it's like only right before Normandy happened, they actually disbanded, all of the French tanks, but they just then had a lot of crews without tanks in them. They just had Panther 4s. But also in terms of other equipment, they had to make do with the converted French equipment that was initially meant for a Schnellbrigade vest, basically meaning armored half-tracks, assault guns and self-propelled artillery based off French converted tanks and half-tracks. So little fun fact there. Very unique division, and one that tends not to get a lot of focus in games. The closest we had in companies, for example, was the Geschutzwagen, which is part of the 21st. So scram team between the Grenadiers and the Universal Carrier. No Vickers K, there's an interesting choice. McBain could be the Wasp then. That's a bit of a rare side actually in the British arsenal. Also, fun fact, the Wasp was actually a Canadian version of the Universal Canadian Service upgrade that caught on with the rest of the British Army. Section moving forward here in the south, we got the point secured there. Closing in on the ambush camouflage here with the ambush training. Could certainly be a bit helpful here versus McBain. There we go, ambush camouflage, or ambush training is now available, of course, meaning ambush camouflage here for Acehiro. That Grenadier squad needs to treat for swipe, and there you go, Wasp ready here, burning through the Grenadiers with a rapid pace. Machine gun there, finding northwards here for Acehiro, should probably get towards the north here sooner. Seemingly a bit corrupt in finding a tender. Wasp here, a definite issue here for Acehiro's men, since it can quickly burn through, and of course even some port weapons. Less common though, because the Vickers K honestly does the trick a lot of the time at a lower cost, but the Wasp does have a few advantages here and there as well. But it is quite rare nowadays. So, anyways, machinery pursuing southwards, no sun in the ambush camouflage. We got the bunker up there for Acehiro, who will need a fast armoured car. Of course, McBain could then push out a fast armoured car of his own, which is doing, to counter that expected move there. So, section falling back here, troops done reinforcing, can upgrade the bunker there with some medics. Need that light to make a nice company up. Then the SAS machine holding up here, no ambush camouflage at all here for Acehiro. Bit unfortunate, can be quite good there. There you go, by the fuel point. Suppressed though. But so far McBain is off to a fairly strong opening here versus Acehiro. Wasp they could do with some light repairs, but that's about it. Like to make another company being built up. They're heading north of two Grenadier squads, running to the section there. Sappers on the way there from McBain. But yeah, this is soon done, but that said, already before it's even finished here, McBain is able to push out in the armoured car, again highlighting some of the elements of just how fast British tech can be, while the Wehrmacht matchup can in times feel a bit like a struggle, because like say, they push a universal carrier, they can still then rush out their fast armoured car that easily out-counters your armoured car faster than you a lot of the time. So really highlights a bit like, yeah, some of the nastier stuff there. Our AC Mach 3 out there, equipped with a centre middle gun. Was a fairly heavy armoured car there. That was something really heavy that drove right past that side there, sorry about that. Moving towards the southern point here, we got the 2-2 Acehiro, but again, I mean, it can obviously shut down the universal carrier fast, the AC Mach 3 on the end can shut down the 2-2 very fast, so unless it gets lucky with some other elements there, the AC is going to be quite the thorn here for Acehiro. Quite the problem. Machine holding up here, still ambush camouflage. Wasp moving forward here, 2-2 almost done. No, he's not immediately moving in the AC there. I imagine he's hoping to, like, cause his opponent still commit to that 2-2-2, so he can't cancel it, so he just go for the Pack 40 instead. Oh, there you go. Doesn't matter if we got the AC in, but the 2-2 has hit the field. So we'll have to see how AC responds to that. AC driving forward there, engaging the Germans, sending them panicking there. In the centre, Pioneer's position grabbing the point here. Up north, going to grab the point there as well. Pioneers riding here with the universal carrier, the Wasp. Heading offers with the Grenadiers. Could call in the command squad now, but he's going to need a Pack 40 first versus the AC. He will need a Pack 40 here. Well, he could go for Panzer Grenadiers with Panzer 6 instead, but most Wehrmacht players say not to bother with the Panzer 6 unless like desperate. Partly because they're downgrade for the Panzer Grenadiers, but also in terms of like just DPS, they're just too erratic compared to the Pack 40, so that tends to make the Panzer Grenadiers with the Panzer 6 just less great when you have to invest so much more than the Pack 40, but just the DPS is just, again, not reliable compared to the Pack 40. Which again, I know people like to say isn't accurate, but at least it's still more accurate than the Panzer 6 on average while having better range. And there you go, 2 was the AC. Already down to almost half health here. Pack 40 shoots, missing the AC though. So right here you can see the AC is very on the defense on the south. Got the Sappers with the MD42 here. No commander yet here chosen for McBain in the British Empire. Goes to the 21st Panzer Division. There we go. Ambush camouflage on the way, though he definitely will also want some light machine guns to help hit back at the British infantry. Heading for the southern victory point. Picks up the 2-2. The biggest machine over here for McBain. Got the armoured car here leading the way for the Wasp. Pack 40 is straight here to get in from the north towards the south. McBain definitely. Ooh, there we go though. Underestimate Acehiro here. Gets off the Pantherfaust. Excellent there by Acehiro. Pantherfaust and the Wasp as well. Might have a chance to finish them off here. That said, even with the damaged engine, these things can like still like outpace a Pack 40 on the move somewhat. So bit of a tricky one here, particularly if the infantry moves into block such an easy pursuit here. So bit sticky here, and yeah, he's moving in a section into block, and he can't easily flush it out. There's both vehicles, despite being a Pantherfaust, will be able to scrape the reach here off Acehiro. Do get the air command squad now here. Very good there, wrecking his own sandbags. Gunny's back in the section there. Forcing retreat, but again, by this point, he's done the job. Acehiro can't catch up the Wasp or the AC there to deal with them. So nice little delaying action there. Pioneers heading northwards. Gunny's holding up here with ambush camouflage. Baker's standing up here behind an old wrecked rail car. Well, let's see what Acehiro goes for next. Support weapons like a mortar could be an idea. Then another machine gun. Panzer Grenadiers. Another Pack 40. We'll have to see Wasp added again though. Immediately did some self-repairs there. But there you go. Pack 40 Lancer hit there with a 10mm cannon. Almost takes it out. And it gets away. Sandbags in the centre. Machine gun there being pushed back here by stout German firepower. AC Mach 3's fixed up here. Nothing further going there in the base of McBain. Pack gun is moving ahead. Light machines away there for Acehiro's men. Up north, he got Texas playing up behind. Armour car that can deal with that. Pioneers in the centre basically acting as bait for British infantry. Just reinforcing healing, and there got that section going to have to retreat fast in the face of the 2-2. But the pack 40 is definitely... the pack crew is being put on some serious work there because they're just being forced to like haul the pack 40 all the way around there. And that's like a heavy anti-tank gun. Like, well, technically not as heavy as some of the other anti-tank guns of the same caliber. It was like still pretty heavy. I mean, they're definitely going to like, you know, get some work out there. Finish with the Vickers, push back. There's the section also backed up there. Almost got the section here, pushing forward. So I need to shoot those Pioneers. Cut Panthers, there we go. The AC McBain. Keeping a bit out of the fight for a bit longer. Nothing further going here for Acehiro. Could be taking up now. Well, he could have other plans. I mean, he could also like commit to multiple armored cars. Try and like swarm McBain with that. But McBain here's already taken up. I mean, he's already so far ahead in terms of resources. He's like able to push for tanks relatively fast here versus Acehiro. Still no commander. Because they're caught with the 2-2, and it is wiped. That's a great kill here for Acehiro. McBain there definitely got a bit too confident. And Acehiro in the 21st Panzer Division slapped him down there, allowing him to kill the Vickers, which works quite well with ambush camouflage, by the way. Works quite well. You just need to remember to upgrade his machine gun with that as well. We do get text well for Acehiro. I mean, obviously, with the capture of the Vickers machine gun, there's ample reason now to just take a hit there. I mean, he also needs to keep up with his opponent's armor, obviously. We'll have to see what McBain goes for. Of course, the fact he has the Churchill bullets in there could make you think he might go for anvil tactics. Less common in 1v1s, but does he play? 2-2 was the AC, but again, just... And the pack hits, you know, the concrete there. And the smoke there from the AC also aids it, obviously, versus German anti-tank gunners trying to take out the Universal Care instead. And that's self-repaying to become tough to do that. He is Panther-fasting it out. And gets it. Good up on the pack 4 in the AC as well. Get rid of that too now. That would be quite the pickle here for... Holy smokes, there we go. Lost the AC, lost the Wasp, and a Vickers here for AC. And that is a hell of a turnaround here. Like, just AC to turn that corner so sharply that McBain couldn't keep up. Brutal yet efficient. That said, of course, McBain can push for a tank now. And that could certainly help turn things around here again for McBain once more. But still, he's down to just 3 sections and a sapper. That is a massive loss in a matter of moments. Really just puts Acehiro in the front line there now. Vickers opening up there. Pushing back those for Dante Inslafen. North they're grabbing a point here. In the south we've got the machine holding up here. Adding light machine gun. Machine was the section there. Adding a light machine gun there. Got to the northern field point. No Cromwell yet or Center here from McBain. Interesting. Also no command. He's also floating like an incredible amount of manpower. We do get the assault officer. Could be planning Vanguard. Maybe toss in some commandos here versus Acehiro. That could be an option. Acehiro definitely should push for tanks as soon as possible. As McBain, tanks would be good. But certainly just more of a clear plan there, I think, would help him a lot. Currently in the centre here, we got 86 for 129 because good head up again. Some cover there with the ambush camouflage, 6-pounder gun. And we get a Morton placement now from McBain here. Bring in some artillery. Got the officers out there with the Sten guns. Machine hull in the south. Yeah, command's got the ambush in the section out in the open. And there you go, immediately drops Lewis like a bad habit. Adding the second mortar tube there to the mortar emplacement, very good. No tanks, definitely has me thinking he might be planning, you know, either Comet or a Churchill move here. Which is fairly bold considering, like, you know, what happened, but then again, maybe fairly bold is exactly what McBain needs versus the Germans, I don't know. Finish with the section there. I'm surprised the complete lack of machine guns being upgraded with ambush camouflage. Got the flank here by the section behind the MG42. Very good push there by McBain. Thumbs up. Morton placement out here though. Going to need to retreat. Then you got the Vickers out of here versus the Sappers. Nothing further transpiring in the base of Acehiro. No Supremo Corps. Starting to suffer loss as well. The Ye Command Squad wiped out. Though he's got plenty of manpower, so he can easily replace it, but I know you also should just like kind of tank out by now as well, so I think there's several things that Acehiro could have perhaps done a bit more smoothly. Guns going up and catching the mortar emplacement there. Nothing further transpiring in McBain's base still. Second counter on DUC. Sappers routed. There goes Pommerkopf face here, and the German army, the 21st Panzer Rifle Grenade lands a bit there. Mortar emplacement out of here. We got veterans who won on it. No kills as of yet. But that is honestly only a matter of time. Ooh. Another wipe on Acehiro. This is down to get really painful. He will need to replace his losses fast because now McBain definitely sounds like, a possibility like, make up for those earlier losses. Dev looks like Acehiro might be a bit overstrained here, like he's splitting resources. He's not calling an Armour when he could have that much sooner. So this is definitely like, not great for Acehiro. It gives McBain, I think, way too much wiggle room to like catch up with Acehiro after again those previous losses here. And to an extent, like just by this inactivity and inertia, pretty much evaporates the advantage otherwise gained by those excellent kills and steals. So a bit unfortunate for Acehiro, but of course a great moment here for McBain, who definitely on the other hand does not seem to be missing out on it. Except again, he's not going for tanks himself. It definitely feels like it's going to be either of those two there, something else similar. There's still no commander for him. Need to get the MD-42 out of there. Centre secured there by the British and the officer. Got the Vickers there. Good lord, that's one of our own. How did they get that? I believe they stole it, sir. Oh, bother. Selecting northwards, and yup, Anvil tactics. So we are in fact looking at a Churchill straight away here from McBain. That's a rare sight, honestly. Going into the section here, firing away with their light machine guns. Virtually 2 they gained. Panzer gun at DFA's here. Thumbs up to that, though he will need a lot of firepower to match that Churchill tank. Is routed here under intense fire from the mortar emplacement. He's getting very close to that Churchill tank. He has the fuel, he just needs a bit more manpower. He can call it in, the Churchill infantry tank. North here pumping cease for the section there. Back here to reinforcing healing for Acehiro. There we go, Churchill tank from McBain here by the 18-minute mark. Can soak up a lot of damage and bounce a lot of shots there. Was a very heavily armoured tank frontally. Also the flank of the gunners need to treat them soon up close to stand guns. That's it. Due to the way they're positioned, only one man is like firing, so it kind of has a chance to work better for the gunners, but there's still the other section plus the mortar, so they will have to fall back. North here, Panther 4 breaching forwards for Deutschland. Churchill tank halfway done here for McBain, more or less. And the British Empire. Ye Command Squad advancing. We got the Panzer gun ready as well here for Acehiro. That's the German army. Churchill tank right around the corner from McBain. That will definitely, I think, require Stu's got mines as well down here from McBain. Very good, unless of course Acehiro. So thumbs up to McBain, going for that mortar plate. Got the Pack 40, got the Pan 4 this time engaging, not just one at a time. Quickly doing heavy damage. And there you go, Churchill tank out here for McBain and the British army. Some severely heavy armor there. Almost got the mortar place before reacted to it, and there you go, destroys it. Good work there by Acehiro. And the south, the troops being bogged down there by stout British defenders, but others making progress. Definitely been another slap across the face here against McBain, but he's definitely in a much better position than was previously despite that. So there you go, more Churchill out there. Should of course consider the tank commander. Stugs on the face here up. The Sturmgeschütz ausführen geht. Fun side note about the Churchill tank, but actually saw service in Soviet service as well, where it served in their Guards heavy tank battalions. Fun fact. Pence was the officer up north. So we got Royal Artillery here with early warning, concentration barrages, the Valentine tank, which also served as an infantry tank before it got replaced, Sexton, and Perimeter Watch. The Valentine was also really popular with the Soviets, in fact. So popular that when they basically stopped using it themselves, they kept producing it because the Soviets kept wanting more. But they actually used it as a reconnaissance tank. So, fun fact. There you go, target weak on the Churchill tank there, doing some heavy damage. Got the Stug 3D out here for Acehiro. The Sturmgeschütz. Against the Churchill tank, he will need multiple Stugs to really have a chance against it. We'll have to see if Acehiro does commit to more Stugs. Some players have a tendency of thinking they only need one Stug in a lot of cases, but typically want two Stugs, simply because it's a lot of firepower. I mean, for some medium tank, you can quickly take out there fast, but also like there's heavier armor. You really just want a lot of firepower. Got Telemines up north, good work there by Acehiro. Thumbs up to that. Southern point secured here by McBain. We got 375 to 180. Fixing up the Churchill tank, which does have the tank commander out now. Amusingly enough, he's popping out of the side hatch for basically, I think it's the gunner. Meanwhile, the commander's hatch is like, doing nothing in. Which is technically where he should be popping out. Yeah, command squad there being murdered. Panther 4 and Stug moving in there as well. Churchill flanking up the 6th running a bit rough spot here for Acehiro, not enough support here. The machine could try and turn around to assist, could even pop but take intel. But there you go, Pax on the side there. Now the target weak point for health. There you go, Churchill tank down to half health. We got artillery strike called in here though. Concentration barrage unleashed upon the Germans. Thumbs up. That's McBain. Good response. He prevents from using the Pack 40 East, and the Churchill tank also dives off. Still, he could try and pursue anyways. Particularly flank some of the panzers from the north maybe, but there you go, Artillery rain down here, machine gun and packing force reposition. Two lands good hit here. Could call in another Stug soon-ish. Bold attacking McBain though despite everything. Not doing much assist here by flanking up behind perhaps, in which case we could clear up the anti-tank, in which case the Churchill tank would be severely isolated. Panther 4 there. Always moving back the anti-tank. We've got a Cromwell tank from McBain, and not to say an additional Churchill tank. Sampers routed. We got 370 with 269. Flanking to the section there. Stug rolling out. North Panzer going to be pushing forward to the 4 kills. Flanked here by the officer though. He's also got 4 kills. Stand guns up close. There you go. Get Baldi landing on the officer. And oh, he does retreat. Ah, and there we go. That's going to be wiping for the Panthers. Good kill there for Acehiro. Pursuing him, the Churchill tank almost got it. Rearmor's exposed. That is pretty big. Then we got Perimeter Watch at least. Oh, I feel like he should have finished it off here rather than back off here. But yeah, I can also understand not wanting to stick around for too long either. But still, I feel like the Churchill tank's really exposed to the Stug. Is usually just like, make the attempt with the Panther as well. I think good dodge enough shots like get rid of the Churchill tank here. Maybe that's me though.
Cromwell gun tank ready for action.
There you go, Cromwell tank out here, so McBain is building up his armoured forces. Got 357 to 269. But yeah, Acehiro I think would definitely benefit from the second Stug here versus the Churchill tank and plus any other armour. Would give him some much needed firepower to rapidly get rid of these. North, the Cromwell goes for a deep dive here, backed up by section. Good work there. Panther 4 being fixed up. Stug could do with some light repairs, and the Perimeter Watch is almost done. Very powerful ability. In fact, usage lasts twice as long, which is obviously a bit too good. At least much longer than it currently does. Cromwell pulling back. Stug could pursue more aggressively, but seems like Acehiro is a bit hesitant on that one. There you go, Stug's going for it now. Shoots, misses the Cromwell there. No additional armor yet here for Acehiro. No Panther 4, at least another Stug. Is he planning tier 4 already? Looks like it. I think going for tier 4 right now is the optimal choice here for Acehiro. And there you go, up north. Cromwell hits a telemine. If Acehiro realizes he can rush in the Stug and finish it off here. I think he has realized it. Yes. Going for it. Deutschland vorwärts. Good shot there in the Cromwell. Panzer's pushing forwards here, of course getting a little combined on close enough to the Stug. Making them hard to hit, but also getting a bit of speed bonus there. Very good. Cromwell's messing with the formation. Could try and call a grenade down this. Toss a grenade there. Interesting enough they're not. But there you go. Got the crumble, but got the church tank on the flank. The Pack 40 caught in the artillery here. Not great there for Acehiro. And the Stug gets knocked out. Artillery also clears out the Pack 40 here. Definitely not great. And I feel like, had he just gone for Stug sooner, this would have been avoided. Because again, he would have additional armor here to just finish off the crumble fast and also fend off the Churchill tank. So Acehiro here definitely seems to get a bit hesitant. Like there's like, quite what he wants to do here. Like, does he want to go for tier 4? Or does he like want to go for more tier 3 stuff? We got a centaur now for McBain, interesting choice here. And again, McBain comparison just doesn't show any hesitation or mercy. So he's down just one single Panther to help deal with the Churchill tank and the incoming tank. He's also lost control of both field points and the victory points. So McBain is currently in a very advantageous situation here versus Acehiro and the Germans. Very advantageous. Stug again here for Acehiro. At which point I would strongly recommend another Stug. I know I say this a lot, but honestly, double Stugs is really, really good. It's honestly also to an extent I feel like kind of necessary. Churchill tank moving out the section, backing up in the south. We got the Penfold back the section there with the command squad and systems from the Vickers. Churchill tank rushing southwards here. Centaur ready. Stug is halfway down here for Acehiro. Penfold bounce off the Churchill tank's frontal armor. No such thing from the Churchill. Penfold misses on the second shot. Churchill misses as well. Another bounce. Second Stug ready. Or fresh Stug ready. But he definitely should go for the second one. Shot bounce. The Penfold got a shot through. Grenade off as well. He tossed out by the Churchill tank. Also got the gunner there. Popping out the tank commander's hatch. The Vickers Cape. There you go. Another hit here from the Stug going through this time around. So misses there. Now the penetrating hit. 223, 269. There goes sent on the flank. That's going to force Acehiro to deal with it. Oh, it's going to like murder his infantry. Got the 6-pound gun pulsing problems as well there. The command on the flank here in trouble. We could try and call in smoke bombs just to advance past it. It does have the smoke bomb ability, but so far has not made use of it at all. Not one bit. The command squad routed. And for the Centaur, looks like McBain kind of forgot about there. That's a great opportunity for Acehiro to push ahead here. Pulling in the Stug as well. He could try and call the Stug a bomb drop here on the anti-tanks while this is going on. There you go, it's again on the Panther 4. There you go, got the anti-tank gun. Smoke being deployed here. Got the Centaur. Great kill. Veterans run the Stug. Opening up for the heat shell. Pop it. Pop it, Acehiro. Oh, Dean didn't pop heat shells. He's shot another Stug. It seems like he's really intent on wanting to go for tier 4, which is just paralyzing his resource income. And just like when he needs more units, like do something versus McBain, he just doesn't have anything instead because he's like, obsessed with tier 4, which just leaves him, rather awkwardly positioned. Pushing up with the Panzer against the Sappers, up close murdering them. Absolutely slaughtering them. Good kill here. Does mean there's much to repair with for the time being. In the south, machine gun routed by the section. And we got a Sexton self-propelled artillery piece out for McBain. That's basically the British priest, if you will, as they pretty much looked at that and went, yeah, we want that, but with a 25-pounder gun. After the first attempt, the Bishop turned out to be not very good. Need to fix up the Stug and the Panther 4 rapidly. He's going for more pioneers, at least fix that. Very good. We got 194 to 269. Churchill tank's done fairly well there for McBain part because again he was just not very good at counting. Oh dear, the pioneers as they arrive immediately hit there by a 25-pounder gun shell here from the Sexton. Heading north to the machine gun, the Panzer Grenadier, and the Jaeger command squad. There we go, pioneers reinforced. Need to fix up stuff here. Should upgrade them with the high set removal package. I mean, he's got plenty of munitions anyway, so I'm not entirely sure why, not doing that at least. 25-pounder gun barrel shot north. You can see that McBain is just really raining down death here upon the Germans. Very efficient, that obviously.
capture point is being
Picks up the
overrun.
Panther 4 first, makes sense. Another Panther 4 face here. I mean, at least he's finally going for something rather than just holding out for, like, you know, tier 4, which he's, like, feeling like what he's been doing for some time. Needs to shoot, like, on the escort before it gets wiped out. They're not looking great here. I mean, their position's not as covered there as compared to the section with heavy cover towards there. Up here, though, by the fuel point, things are looking much better there for Germany. Up north, they almost got the entire north side. Very good. Panther 4's good to go. Second Panther 4's almost ready. We got the Stu being fixed up. Church saying we're seeing repairs. We got the Sexton there holding back. Panther 4 almost done.
An engineer unit is ready for action. We're losing a capture point.
Got the Panther 4 out here engaging in the section.
These howitzers ready to plaster a target.
Let's see what he goes for next. Probably maybe another Church tank. Could also go for the Valentine tank, I guess. Maybe more Cromwell to send, I don't know. Got the Sexton added here. Further up north, Panzer going to be advancing there. Ambush camouflage on those. Unfortunately, we've got the Stu ready at least here. So now, Acehiro's actually got like a decent armoured force for once. I still think he'd benefit from that Stu to assist at all. McBain, meanwhile, is fairly undercooked in the armor department, so like a good push here from Acehiro. They've used his abilities. Could possibly use to break McBain right now. If he can, like, you know, coordinate it all. That is the big question here. Panzer moving from the north, so looks like we might be seeing something. They've got a Stuka bomb drop as well here. Question is, where's he calling it in?
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Right in the midst of it. I think he should have... Oh, he's rushing in the Stuka first. Where the Panther 4s. Yeah, the that was... I'm not entirely sure what happened there for Acehiro, but that definitely felt a bit awkwardly coordinated. Should have the Panther 4s in first, diving past, you know, forcing the anti-tank set up, then calling the Stuka bombing strike, and then sending the Stuka with a heat shield loaded up so you could, like, immediately, like, you know, knock out the gun there briefly on the Churchill tank. There you go, Panzer's flanking in, there we go, it's starting to look like something here. Heat shell though, heat shell, Panther 4's engaging there. Popping smoke, they're very good, Panzer's clearing the anti-tank gun. Almost got here the Sexton though, that's it on the Stuka, thumbs up to that at least. Anti-tank crew up again. Smoke is definitely difficult for Acehiro to deal with. It's damage engine the Stuka. Now this is definitely problematic to probably in the smoke bombs. The smoke bombs. Neben. There we go, smoke bombs unleashed, but maybe yeah, too late. Much too late here for Acehiro. Good hit from the Panther on the Churchill tank. Close to the east level. Another hit there from the Panther 4. Doing quite a bit of damage. Another artillery barrage called in here by McBain on the German position. So another Stuka there again for Acehiro. If he just were to go for more than one Stuka at a time though, I feel like he would see amazing results. Good Panther fast here. Fell a bit short there. Section lining up here. McBain could soon go for another Church infantry army. He easily has the fuel for it, so could go for it. And certainly 2 Churchill tanks would be quite the challenge here if they see to deal with. Churchill tank probably is close to the east level. That's going to be a real challenge there for Acehiro as well. Well, actually not a huge man. It's already big, pretty big there. It like, doesn't actually gain too much from it, so I guess doesn't matter too much. Artillery fire inside the base again from the Sexton. Picks up the Churchill tank. Once more.
Ready to bombard with the base howitzers.
But so far not much else for the going there moving vein, just loads of artillery and the Churchill tank. Map control wise, they're looking good for Acehiro again. We got 131 versus 226 of McBain. Section in the south, the overwhelm, definitely a bit risky there. With only one anti-tank, I mean, definitely needs like more anti-tank support. I feel like, in particular, as the Stuka. Like, if he gets rid of the anti-tank more efficiently and then just has 2 Stukas, I think it would actually crush McBain easily. Like, the anti-tanks are like probably the biggest issue right now for Acehiro. and his Stoogs. So again, get rid of that permanently, roll in 2 Stoogs, and I think he'll just win the game on the spot. And there you go, moving up with the Stoog, he almost got the Sexton. Gonna use Panzer again here. He doesn't need it anyways. Got the Sexton. Good kill here for the German army, the 21st Panzer Division. But there you go. McBain slams the perimeter overwatch button and immediately calls in a little support here to force back the Germans. Again, it is very powerful, but again, it used to last twice as long. You can see the cylinder, like the text for it says 120 seconds, but it's currently only a minute. Like, it used to be absolutely busted at 2 minutes. So, like, you could just rush ahead, lock it down, and then shut down, like, you know, most of the map for like 2 minutes. But there you go, got the Stug. Other Panther for some reason was not assisting there, which was a bit strange to face here. Like, you could just like flank the Stug, the Churchill tank, I think, with 2 Panther 4s knocked it out. Except again for the perimeter overwatch, which is, of course, is a thing there causes a Blackwell forget. Firefly on the way, the McBain, that's going to be a problem there for Acehiro. Almost got the Churchill tank. Yeah, again, you can't really do much due to the perimeter overwatch. Again, like, even at 1 minute, it's like really powerful. Need to fix up both Panther 4s, bring in more Pioneers. He's lost all his Pioneers. That's a big problem for Acehiro. Basically means both of his Panther 4s are, unless like things are utterly desperate, pretty much out of combat. This gives McBain again more freedom of movement here. Even his Churchill tank is not a great spot either, but it is a much better time of striking off shots from the Panther 4s than they do have striking off shots from the Churchill tank. In with the upgraded one there. Plus we've got the Firefly out now here. So Acehiro once more back into a slightly precarious position here versus McBain and the Guards Armour Division. Panzer going to be there, Acehiro popping the Garibaldi larding, also got ambush camouflage. Thumbs up to that. Firefly setting out here for McBain. There's the Sappers and the East Churchill tank there with 18 kills now. There's the section there. Almost got the near East Panther 4 fixed up. No son of Sturmgeschütze here face it up. Is he gonna plan a Panther now? Yes, but like the Panther's not gonna be like a great choice because this still lacks the firepower to like seriously threaten them. Got the Vickers there, there's the section. Got ace level on that one, great here. Panther rush on the scene, good shot in the section. But the Vickers is forced to retreat here. Panther 4 number 2 being fixed up very, very slowly for Acehiro. 131 versus 167. Grenadier squad, Panzer Grenadier squad moving forwards. Almost got the Panther 4 fixed up to face it up. But yeah, the way things are looking, it definitely feels like he's now stalling for the Panther here versus McBain. Definitely feels like he's stalling for the Panther, hoping that somehow, you know, fixes his current mess of a situation. Except if anything, it might just make it worse. Panzer moving forwards here. Church moving actually the Panzer got finished up northwards here, trying to hit some of the support weapons to the Panther in the south is dragging the Sappers. We got a Stuka bombing strike here again, we got the heavy Panzer going up here. Where's the stop bombing strike? Panther 4's isolated, here's the Firefly, can easily deal with one of them at a time. Got a section at least, good call in there I guess. There you go, the Panther 4 diving into the Firefly, taking a lot of damage in the process. Heavy Panzer Corps is halfway done here by Acehiro. We got 118 or 167, we got the Churchill in the south, it's 21 kills. Both Panther 4s need repairs again. He will need more Pioneers again. Like just trying to repair 2 Panther 4s with 1 Pioneer squad is kind of a bit of a tall order, to put it gently. But again, he wants that Panther. He clearly wants that Panther, no matter what. Meanwhile, we got the Churchill tank running straight to the base here of Acehiro. Panther 4 there, knocked up with the Firefly effective abandoned here. Panther 4 is level there, trying his best against the Churchill tank, but even at close range, he can't really penetrate the thick hide. And there you go, Panthers on the way face here. The Panzerkampfwagen 5, another bounce there. Getting a few shots bouncing there for Acehiro, but Another band. Wow, he's definitely getting lucky. Firefly is diving in here, at which point his luck will run out as he turns to 17 pounder gun in the Panther 4 and knocks it out, leaving McBain completely without tanks and his base exposed as a Churchill tank just needs his hell. I mean, you could just pop grenades if you wanted to as well. This is a great kill there for McBain, not for Acehiro. In fact, he's just bringing up another Churchill tank. But really just, it's going to like further cement the Panthers. Not going to be great because even if it can like consistently penetrate their armor, it can't deal enough damage. Particularly not with the Firefly out there, so it's just going to be way too little, way too late. Which perfectly sums up the Panther a lot of the time. Too little, too late. Particularly the too little part.
We're losing a capture point.
So there you go. Panther out for Acehiro, adding the pin machine gun. We got the artillery called in here. Again by McBain on Acehiro. Pursuing here with the Panther, the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Church tank number 2 heading southwards. German pushed off the southern victory point there with a nice artillery barrage there. Good shot there. That's it right now. McBain didn't make a mistake of eyesight, but even then he could just quickly dive off behind the cover of smoke here. Plus just force the Panther 4 back with his troops. Fire flying northwards. Then these can Panther fast, but they're not going to make any impact there at all. And now we got the church angling down south. And we got the second church angling northwards. So the Panther at this point is pretty much completely outgunned in terms of just like sheer raw firepower. Gun is almost been wiped out. And he's got almost been wiped out. There we go. Kaput. Light machine gun dropped as well. He's done 2 squads and the 2 machine guns. He's got the Stug on the way here now. To bag up the Panther, I suppose. But will it arrive in time? Like, he's down to 78 points here as his opponent's 167. Time is running out rapidly for Acehiro and the 21st Panzer Division. Time is running out. Good shot there.
Enemy down to 75 points.
Another hit there on the Panther by the Firefly and 17 pounder gun. Another hit from the Panther, Stug halfway done. Another hit on the Panther, it's down to less than half health. Stug almost done here for Acehiro. The Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung geht. Engaging the infantry company inside the base. Churchill there is almost done as well. Ready to join the fight once more. And again, the Panther's like, he's lost all his pioneers again, so he can't even repair the Panther. Like, the situation here for Acehiro is, quite frankly, utterly miserable. They still can't finish off the Churchill tank. Firefly shoots them, misses the Stug. Got the southern victory point, which buys him a bit more time, but again, like, most of his armor is heavily damaged. His opponent is basically besieging him inside of his own base, and just Acehiro has, like, very limited options at the moment. Very limited options. There you go. Ace Church running forward back with the Firefly. Shoots, missed the Stug. Better luck there. Pioneers arriving. But from the Panther getting mentioned to 1. Church tank is down to almost half health, but the Stug is about to go kaput. And there we go. Kaput it is. Firefly victory 2, by the way. Artillery fire called off. Anything in the south. And there you go. Panther's about to get knocked out as well. There you go. Churchill Ace finishes off, and with that, I mean, Acehiro's just dead in the water at this point. There is nothing left he can do. He is completely toppled over. He is dead. He is gone. A victory for the British Army. A victory for King George V. So yeah, I think at this point, Acehiro's just dropped out of the match. We just need the game to, like, you know, accept that. So we'll take a bit longer there. We'll take a bit longer here. Panther gunners with Panther Shacks. There we go. So there you go. GG, game over. A loss here for Acehiro. A brutal fight here, back and forth. At the time, it's overall just feels like Acehiro at times just missed those critical moments, like deliver the killing blows to McBain in particular. Again, like he keeps dithering whether he want to go for tier 4 or not, and just, you know, at those times just cost him the opportunity, like just push for more armor to finish the fight faster. I think those lesions again. Again, I feel like just the Panther a lot of the time, I mean, there are cases where it wins you, but a lot of the time it just loses you because it's like 50% more expensive than a Panther 4, very roughly speaking. but you're not, like, in terms of firepower, getting, like, much more of anything. Like, it's just not doing what it's supposed to for that much more investment into it. So you just typically better off just going for Pantherforce and then Stooks or Ostrons and Stooks, because the Stooks will just, you know, for its price, provide you a lot more firepower. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I've learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Till tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.